When was the last time that you really leaned into God? Not just asking him for something, but actually trusting him to lead your life, your business, and your future. Because for me, my faith and leaning into him is not just a backup plan. It's literally the only plan. And if you're not partnering with God, you could really be missing out on the clarity and the direction that you have been praying for.
Yeah, I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Hey y'all, what's good? It's Faith, and I help creators and entrepreneurs not only build brands that attract, but also foster and build community, authority, and retention. And I just want to welcome y'all back to my channel. Today, I just want to talk about how my faith and trusting God has been the literal driving force behind every decision and every pivot that has been made in my journey. The thing about faith, it's easy to talk about when life is going smooth and everything is just going great. But the truth is, I've had to trust God in the most hard and messy and uncertain moments. So prime example, my move to Dallas. I've been living here for about 3 months now. God called me to move here, and it just didn't make sense on paper. I didn't have a clear roadmap. I didn't know all the answers, but I did pray and I trusted God, knowing that he was preparing me for something greater out here, and he was, and he is. Then there was a time a few years ago that I was a full-time hairstylist. I ended up breaking my wrist and I needed to get surgery. And of course, this surgery meant that I couldn't do hair any longer. So, I couldn't work. So it's like now I felt broken and unsure of like, what was the next thing that I was gonna do. But then that's when God had called me into real estate. I had no experience with real estate at the time, but me just going through that showed me that God was just taking me through this journey and preparing me with something that was more in alignment with my purpose. Even with building my event venue, Social House Studios, this was a vision that God had gave to me. I poured my time, I poured my resources, my finances, and prayers, and it became something that I was proud of. But then God had me a year later close his doors. And of course I wrestle with that. I'm like, God, this is something that you told me to create, and now you're telling me to close his doors. Like, it doesn't make sense. But the thing is, obedience isn't always about understanding. It's just about trusting. Shutting down Social House wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a bigger plan that I couldn't see at the time. When you let God guide your life in your business, you stop operating from a place of fear or scarcity, and instead you take that and walk boldly, knowing that you are equipped, even if you can't even see the full picture yet. So for me, it's not about being passive or just waiting for opportunities to fall in my lap. It's about actively partnering with God with every single decision. That means praying over my goals and surrendering my timelines and actively asking God for wisdom every step of the way. So when you're operating in alignment with God's will, things just don't fall into place. They thrive. So how do you actually integrate God into your life and into your business? For one, we want to have daily alignment. Every morning, I pray not just for success, but for clarity, wisdom, alignment, and discernment. So this is before I even touch my phone, before I even look at an email, I want to make sure that I'm aligning myself with God and asking God to guide my day. This keeps me grounded and ensures that my actions are aligning with the bigger vision that God set for my life. Next, you have spirit-led decision-making. Before making any major move, take the time to pause, pray, and reflect. Whether it's you launching a new offer, whether it's you closing a new chapter, or just investing in something new, you need to be able to seek God's guidance. That pause has saved me from rushing into decisions that may have been led by fear or ego. Then you want to live your values out loud. Your faith should show up in how you run your business, how you run your team, your clients, and even yourself. So for me, that means creating an environment and a culture rooted in integrity, kindness, and excellence. And when people experience that, they associate those qualities with your brand. So I have a challenge for you. How are you partnering with your faith in business? Are you letting God be the CEO, or are you trying to do everything on your own? Faith doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about walking into the unknown and not only knowing that you're going to be supported, but you're going to be supported with God, by God. If this video resonated with you, then let's just keep the conversation going. Drop a comment down below and share how faith is playing a part in your business, or even if that's something that you just want to start exploring. And if you're ready to build a brand that creates impact and authority and retention, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because there's so much more that I have in store to share with you guys. And just make sure that you understand that your faith is not a limitation. It is only your superpower. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.